haunted that we were below. Wait and have a be. Won't you be my hero?
What's up, guys? Welcome to another video. I'm currently headed to a meeting with the founders of a pretty large brand. Can't exactly say who, but I've been working with some bigger brands and helping them with their Amazon presence, something I'm kind of doing a little bit of, seeing how that's going. But it is crazy how our ground level tactics that allow us as small brands to play with the big brands, that's so powerful. But then when you use our tactics and you apply them to the big brands, it can have major impact. So interesting how this Amazon ecosystem, there are so many other ways to create value. Something I've been thinking about more and more, which, as I even mentioned in the last video, I think people should be documenting their journeys, things like that. There's so much else that can come out of it. Like, Amazon is an industry. It's not like, obviously I'm big on starting our own brands, but it's crazy how much is on the side of it too. Anyways, that's what I'm doing right now, just on the way up there. I do want to talk today about just the launching and reviews and just a lot of the mess that it gets talked about in that area. There's a lot of uncertainty, there's a lot of fear, there's a lot of people not knowing the right way to do it. There's a lot of people getting reviews wiped out, accounts getting lost. The sum of what you'll hear me talk throughout this video is really just that there's a right way to do these things and there's a wrong way, and if you play in the shady tactic area, it usually ends up coming to you. So I want to talk about the right ways of doing it and the safe ways of doing it, because that for me is the only way that I'm interested in. It's not worth it to me to risk my entire business or to advise you guys to risk your entire businesses. It's just not the way that I approach business in general. Sorry about the light, it's so bright behind me, but yeah, I'll take you guys along for what I can and then give updates on that throughout the day. Meeting ran super long. Now I'm about to play some volleyball, so I'll actually get into the topic at night. All right, the attentive viewer might notice that I'm wearing a different shirt and I have a haircut. That's because I actually didn't finish this video the day that I started it. Just got too busy, and first time I've done it on sort of a vlog style video, but just didn't get to it, though the intro is still relevant. So anyways, now let's actually get into this video, even though it's a different day. All right, so as I was saying, there's been a lot recently of fear in the Amazon community, people getting reviews wiped out or people getting banned, people not knowing what to do in the current layout of what's working now. And one quick aside that I'll first mention, I did a write-up in the Facebook group at one point about this, is that this stuff has always been going on Amazon. People always think it's the end. I don't know, humans are just wired for fear. They're wired to look for what's the one reason that this isn't gonna work for me, rather than thinking about, well, how can I just navigate these changes and do things the right way? Now, the good news about all of these changes, if they even are changes, I mean they are, we can get into that, but the good news is it largely does not affect those of us that are doing things the right way and building real brands and attacking Amazon in a way that plays with them. I am all about not doing things that are manipulating Amazon. If you are manipulating Amazon, they are going to slap you on the wrist. If you're buying fake reviews, if you're breaking rules, if you're doing things to manipulate, then I can't really, I have no advice for you. I really don't. It's just not my style. My style is to do things in a way that is safe, long-term. You're building a real business. You guys know my spiel. If you're new here, my thoughts on this, it's because I want to build something long-term. Look, this is going to be my third year above the 7-figure level in sales. I am not somebody that is interested in just trying to, how do I blast this one product and cheat the system and make $50,000 in 1 minute. Those days are over, and those people are no longer selling on Amazon. So now where our opportunity is because those people are so freaking lazy, they are just not willing to do things the right way. So what is the right way? How do you actually go about building a real brand, doing these things that I am talking about. There's definitely several very important aspects of this. I'm going to skip the product stuff right now. The product research is the absolute #1 key. I did make a video quite a while back that'll be linked up somewhere, and I'll probably do another one really soon. Let me know if you guys want to hear me talk about my outlook on picking the right product, because that is absolutely key. But let's sort of talk about it in this launch and reviews arena, because that seems to be, at least right now, where everyone's freaking out. Reviews being wiped out, launch services. Again, I'll link another video. I was saying not to use launch services a year ago. Now you're seeing that, you know, this is just what happens. They close the gaps on people manipulating. If you're always manipulating, you're always looking for the one little trick, the one little hack, the one little loophole, you are gonna get shut out eventually. And this is just one of those little loopholes that has now come to a close, and those people are either banned or they have their reviews wiped out, and now they're struggling. So you have a great product, that has to be established. Now, what do you actually do to get it out there? You need to aggressively market that product the right way. And that does not involve a launch service. What that does involve is a lot of paid marketing. So you absolutely need to have a deep understanding of Amazon's own ad platform, which is the sponsored products PPC platform. That is cost of entry. That is a given. No matter what more advanced things that you get into, which you should get into, it is absolutely given that you're going to do a deep dive into PPC, and you're going to go very aggressively from the beginning, because that is your way to get in front of Amazon's existing traffic, pay Amazon, feed the beast, give them what they want, and put your product in front of people that are looking for that type of product and they're ready to buy. Now, some people are probably like, yeah, duh, like PPC, that's kind of obvious. And yeah, it is, but I always get a ton of questions that people are like, well, you know, I've been running PPC for a week, you know, like, should I try to turn it off? And I'm like, no. But you definitely should try some other things. And what I would suggest is any form of building your own launch list, basically emulating what these giveaway services do, but the right way. I don't like the giveaway services because they work on the same pool of buyers. All the same people are buying and reviewing, and they shouldn't be, and trust me, Amazon knows who those buyers are. Those people are flagged, those services are flagged. It's going to come back to you. The review rates are gonna be too high, meaning for every 100 people that buy your product, too many of them are reviewing. Amazon is smart, they're gonna pick up on these things, and they do, and then they wipe out your reviews, or they put these limitations on you. If you're doing it, if you're just marketing and following up, it's very hard to get so many reviews that it's actually going to flag the system. Now, you can get a good amount of reviews, but it's not going to be, you know, so much that's gonna flag the system. So any sort of social media presence that you can build up around your product brand leading up to your launch, that is going to be a major key. Maybe that's also email lists or messenger bot services. Any form of audience is great. You can also leverage other people's audiences by paying for it. So the reason I'm talking a little vaguely right now is because all of those things have potential, and a lot of people get overwhelmed because they're like, well, I need to build a Facebook group, and I need to market on Instagram, and I need to market on Facebook, and I need to build an email list, and I need to do all these things. And you don't need to do all these things. What you need is to hone in on maybe one or two of them and do it very well. The one that I like to recommend, especially for newcomers, is Facebook ads. And the reason for this is you don't need to have so much stuff set up other than the Facebook ad itself. Meaning you can do this without any other website or funnel or email list. Like, you don't need to get super complicated to be able to run Facebook ads in a way that directly boosts your Amazon sales, which leads to Amazon rank. If you don't know, the way that Amazon's algorithm mainly works, the core of it is that sales lead to rank, and well, rank leads to sales. The higher up you rank in the search results, the more sales you're gonna get. What moves you up the ranks? Selling more, and selling at a high conversion rate, meaning your listing is optimized, but mostly running a lot of qualified traffic to Amazon and getting a lot of sales. That's going to ultimately be what leads to rank. All right, so you might be thinking, Matt, okay, I'm marketing, I know what to do to get sales, I'm making all this money, I'm gonna be making all this money, I'm setting the stage for making all this money, but how do I get reviews? Oh my God, the reviews, I need 10 billion reviews in the first day, right? Or else this whole business is just gonna blow up, right? I mean, don't you need 1,000 reviews by the first day? This might shock people, but you probably need less reviews than you think. Really. I'm not saying reviews aren't important, but I've seen plenty of products take off with a few reviews, you know, And the way I see it is this: if you have a great product and a great offering and you have 10 reviews and it's a better offering than the product with 50 reviews you're competing with, some people will buy your product with 10 reviews, absolutely. Now, one step up from then, if you have 50 reviews and you're competing with a product that has 200 reviews and yours is a better offer in some way, that's the key. Again, back to having a great product, all of that, we can get into that another time. If you have that, and yours is 50, theirs has 200, you will make sales if you have a better offering. Same thing from 200 reviews versus 1,000 reviews. It really happens. So I'm not downplaying it, but reviews are not the entire equation. Look, I've launched a ton of products over the years. I've had successes, I've had failures. I have some products that are now dead that have a lot of reviews. I have other products that have taken off when they have 3, 5, 15, 20 reviews. So it's not the entire picture, but it is important. So how do I get reviews the right way? Now, you may be hoping I'm about to unleash this amazing, mind-blowing tactic that nobody has ever said before, but the truth is that the more tricky it gets, the more it's going to be manipulative, the more it therefore is breaking Amazon's rules, which I do not do and I do not recommend that you do. Again, you wanna build something long-term protectable, not something that's gonna go up and crash into the ground in a matter of weeks. That's not a business. So in truth, the only way to get reviews is an email follow-up sequence. And you absolutely need this. So this is an automated email that comes out to your customers after they make a sale. You're giving value, you're answering questions that they may have in their mind, you're providing them with something in addition, and then later you're asking for that review. Now, there's some specifics that would make this video a little too long, but you need to be careful not to word it in such a way that, again, manipulates the customer. Now, that is an area you can optimize, because the more you well craft these emails, the more open rate you'll get, the more engagement you'll get, the more likelihood you'll have of really pleasing that customer to an extent where they're willing to leave a review. So there are tactics within that, but that is the only clean, fair, safe way as of now to get reviews. It's to sell more products. Get your products in the hands of more people with more marketing, and then follow up with them, offer great service, have great products, have a great conversation with them, and ask those people for a review. What you cannot do is give anything in exchange for the review. That is the problem. That's what's within the rules. You cannot incentivize the review. You can have somebody have a great experience and then say, hey, can you leave a review? You can do that. As of now, at least. So have a great product, get that product in the hands of as many people possible, and follow up with them. You might get questions. You might get people asking you about the product. How do I do this? What is this? Can I do this with it? Go above and beyond with those people. Give them the best customer experience they've ever had of dealing with any company ever. And trust me, those people will have a high likelihood of leaving a review. You also might get seller feedback, which is actually a review for your store, not your product. You can follow up with those people and be like, hey, you actually left this over here, could you leave it over there? That is pretty fair game as well. So that is really what you gotta do. And yeah, but above that, and what's even more important than anything that I said in this video, is the overarching strategy of what you hopefully got out of this video. It's that you have to be playing by the book, doing things the right way, and approaching this in a long-term way where you're not risking your business every single day. So that is really the biggest value of the way to look at this. And the tactics change, but the strategy doesn't. So tactics evolve, just stay and adapt. But if you have this long-term strategy, you know, these little changes, they don't rock the boat. These things have not affected my personal business to any extent. Meanwhile, the rest of the Amazon sphere seems to be freaking out a little bit. So, you know, it is what it is. That's just part of the game, and it's a game that's worth playing. So I'll say it again, but the game is not over. Everyone always thinks, oh my God, it's too late. No, it is not even close. If anything, I feel like people are getting less aggressive with this because everyone's afraid. So plenty of opportunity to go around. Anyways, guys, I hope this one was really valuable for me. Leave a comment, let me know what the biggest thing you got out of this video was. And by the way, I'll do another contest on this video for the free calls. So it's a $100 value, 20-minute call with me at my usual $300 an hour rate. So all you have to do to enter that is thumbs up, subscribe, bell, and leave a comment. And you can leave a comment saying what you got out of this video, or just I want to win, or whatever you want to say, but just leave a comment. I just want to know what you got out of it. Oh, and here is the winner of the last one. So if this is you, contact me, let's set up that call. And if you're entering, that's how you find out. So you got to watch the next videos to find out. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate every single one of you. If you are new here, please don't forget to subscribe, join the free Facebook group. There's a lot of resources down in the description below this video that you can check out. So thank you so much for watching, and see you guys in the next video. Peace out.